Hi. So, I had a comment from Jeremy Hawk the other day, and he said, Pete, you better remove me from the Wise Guys, because he said, I just turned up imbued with the wrong load. And I went, Jeremy, if they're going to have to remove you from the Wise Guys, I'm going to have to stop making the videos. Because what happened was, I had a pickup. I had a pickup on Wednesday night, and I had to go to Leeds at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I picked you up the night the day before. I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and drove the 160 miles to Leeds, which in a lorry takes about 3.5 hours. I had to stop for diesel and all that, a 15-minute break and all that kind of stuff. I was up there at 8 o'clock in the morning, unzipped the curtain with the 2 pallets on, which I did think, I don't know why they put an 18-ton for these 2 pallets. The guy started taking it with a full truck, took one look at the label and went, these aren't for me. And I looked at the sheet and realised they weren't. One was going to Birmingham and one was going to Romford. And the reason they loaded them on me by mistake is because of this. So what happened was, I got there, I went in, showed the bloke my phone, said this is where I'm going. He went, I know what that is, because what he saw was an 18-ton truck with Palletways in great big yellow letters on the side of it, yellowy green, isn't it? And then, as a result of which, I ended up with the Palletways load rather than the huge metal cleaning machine I was have to take. Now, this didn't actually work against me because I didn't do anything wrong. I went in, showed the guy what I was taking. But then I had a phone call with the things. It wasn't a CX job. It was like one of our independent jobs, one that I do for a mate of mine, my mate Simple Brian. And he went, have you got Palletways written on the side of your truck? And I went, yeah. And he went, he said, well, he said, their managing director is turning around going, well, it's not our fault. You turned up in a Palletways truck. So I got paid for driving it up there, then half money for driving it back again, and then full money for driving the right load up the very next day. But my mate's having to swallow it, and that doesn't make me happy. And besides, it's not very good. 2 or 3 times this has happened now, so it's about time. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to take Palletways off the side curtain. Now you can do this several ways. You can change the curtain. That can be expensive. We don't pay a lot of money for our lorries. You can paint it with vinyl paint, which might be the stage 2 if this doesn't work. But I spoke to my mate Ian up there. He's a lovely fellow. Him and Mark the mechanic are currently changing a clutch in one of his tractor units. And he said, what you need to do, you need to get yourself into Amazon, get yourself some thinners. And he said you need 2 rags. It's kind of Karate Kid. We're going wax on, wax off, Daniel San, paint fence type thing. So what I've got to do is I'll get a rag, soak the rag, work is 1 letter at a time. Work on the letter and then get it off. So what I do, I've got the thing set up. I've got the old tripod. We're getting advanced now. I've got a tripod. I'm going to set up a couple of cameras. Then I'm going to have a go. Now, I have absolutely no idea at this point whether this is going to work or not. So this will either be a video on how to take sign writing off the side of your curtain, or how not to take sign writing off the side of your curtain. Oh, I'll come up in a t-shirt. This was going to be the rag I was going to use to do it. It's my painting vest, but it's really warm, which is nice actually, because at least I'm going to do it on a nice sunny day. So I'm going to, like the birds chirping, what could be fine, look at it. So I'm just going to set all this up now. Wish me luck. Let's see how it goes. Right, that's pretty much it, all set up, ready to go. I should also note that for the sake of this video, we'll be employing the use of Osmo Cam video thing over there in the grass, that, and just to make me look even more ridiculous than I do already, head cam going down pit. Right, so oh look, my ears don't look quite as wide as they do. Yeah, they do. Right, so here I go. Fingers crossed, eh? Start with the rags. This is my t-shirt that I was going to use. Right, soak this guy. Apparently, what we do? Whoa, 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 whoa. And you finish. Nothing. That's pretty wet. Where's the lid? You probably should wear gloves. I really thought that this would just come flaking off and flip it any time at all. Let's drop the soap now. Okay. It'll be a very short video at this rate. Already with these thinners. This is definitely not working. Not even, you know, it's not even fading slightly. You would think that the S would start to fade a little bit. I really didn't think this would be quite so hard work. It's going to have to be vinyl paint. Right. I know no place to go vinyl paint. Not happening. I just sort of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't try for very long, but I think the reason why I gave up so quickly was the fact that I just clearly wasn't getting anywhere, absolutely nowhere at all. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pop into Leighton, to my favourite paint shop. I've rung them. The guy said, yeah, we do vinyl paint, but he seemed a bit vague. So I'm going to go down there and see if that works. Failing that, plan B. Well, as with many things in life, this is now starting to get painful. Got the cameras all set up, got the steps and everything here. Thought that would be like a nice time lapse of me slowly clearing the curtain, or even quickly clearing the curtain. Nah. So then I rung up the local colour supply store and they went, yeah, we've got vinyl paint. The guy sounded a bit vague. He said I could mix it. So I thought, I rang about 5 minutes later. I went, you sure this is curtain side paint? Oh, no, I misunderstood you. I thought you were painting the lorry, not painting the curtain. Right, so I've been on a website, even Amazon don't do it, but Halfords do. So I thought, I'll ring the store and see if they've got any. Puts you through to a call centre, and then she's going to ring the store. Well, I can ring the store, why don't you just give me a number? So I'm going to go down the store to see if Halfords have got curtain-sided paint. Failing that, come back, pack it all up again. There is a place that does it. But I might be better off ringing them on Monday, and then I'll have to get it delivered, and then we'll have to do it another day. So off to Halfords now, see if that works. Right, here we are at Halfords. I'm thinking on the way down here, I popped in, there's a place in Dunstable called Motor Spares. They're brilliant. I thought they'll have one. The guy went, I haven't seen that for years. And I'm now thinking, the paint in Halfords ain't going to be curtain paint, is it? It's going to be for spraying your bumper. So I'm now going to do the foregone conclusion of walking into Halfords to find out that the paint's not the right paint. Then I'm going to try DAFs, because it's a kind of a round trip. Motor Spares in Dunstable, Halfords, DAFs, takes me to the A5 back. I've got a feeling I'm going to have a very fruitless morning here. Let's wait and see. Unbelievably, they had it. But they had black, they had grey, and they had red. And my curtain's blue. But I kind of, you know, like when you want to get something done, you want to get something done. So I've decided, I bought some masking tape as well. And I thought, well, black's miserable and grey's miserable, but red's a jolly colour. So I'm now going to have 2 red squares on the side of my curtain, and we'll see how well it works. And if it works well, I can always paint it blue. Or, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go and paint a big red square. At least you won't miss me on the road. Right, here we are back at the yard. I've worked out why it didn't work. I've worked out the reason it didn't work, we couldn't actually get Palletways off of the curtain, is because, turn that off, it's not stuck on. It's been printed on. So it's not like they printed a blue curtain and then they stuck Palletways on the top. They printed the curtain blue with all the lettering on it. Which, when you think about it, makes perfectly logical sense. Why would you do it twice? Why did I even think it was stuck on? So the only option is going to be to paint over it. Red. It's kind of a temporary fix, but I want it done. Black could have worked. It's miserable though. Grey could have worked. It's miserable though. Red, at least it's going to match the wheel nut indicators. So I'm going to go and mask it up now. I only need to do Palletways. I don't even need to do the little symbol in the corner. I just need to do Palletways. Let's give it a go. On here doing this for like a million seconds. I hope you got enough. I mean, it's not a big area, is it? It does look a bit, that's not right, is it? Oh, it's white, that's what. That's just going to have to do. If it works, you can always paint it all blue or change it. I just want it off, so I don't have to do that anyway. Right, here it goes. Right. Right, now quick while I'm in. I'll carry on. I think I'm going to get a touch and wide off. That's going to look horrific. Well, that's the story so far. Nil point. Yeah. So plan B then. I might ring the vinyl curtain people tomorrow. I think what I'm going to have to do, I've come up here with some tape, maybe duct tape, you know, sort of carpet tape, rather than masking tape might be better. And buy about, I don't know, a litre, maybe, of like blue paint, the right colour paint, and put it on with a roller. Right, I bought the paint. Wasn't that tricky. All you have to do is type into Google vinyl curtain side paint, and only one firm really comes up. I think it's called Turner's or something. I should pay more attention to these things. But I rang home this morning and I went, does it just come in curtain blue? He went, no. He said there's like a million different shades of blue. He said you have to work out which one it is. So I'm at a distribution centre now, so I've got my phone out. I've got a rule number, I've got a rule, RAL or RAWL or something like that. And it's like, I mean, I'm 5002, so there must be a lot of them. And I basically Googled it, come up with different blues on my phone, and went next to the curtain. And the problem is the curtain's a bit faded. So there's different colours of blue all over the curtain, and it's not as clean as it could be. But I found the one which I think matches the closest, so I think if we block it off, it might be all right. Paint might be here on Friday. If not, he doesn't think they deliver weekend, so it might be Monday. So probably could have jumped on this sooner, but I didn't. But we're on to stage 2, painting the curtain. And here we are at the next phase of our journey in painting the curtains. The paint turned up. Guy took 2 guys to deliver it, but apparently he did come to the right address. He just knocked on the door, and now we are in. Look at that. Toddington truck wash. Toddington truck wash is lovely because it's round the corner from me. It's normally got a queue straight in today. Only thing is the actual machine itself, which that thing over there, is currently busted. So they said they just do the best they can with the mops and buckets type thing, like, you know. Mind you, save me a cheek. Yeah, so that would be the curtain cleaned, and then the next thing we've got to do is paint it. We'll see how it goes. Morning all. Right, today I'm hopeful. This is going to be paint your wagon rather than try and get the bit that's actually been etched onto the curtain off with a bit of white spirit, which clearly doesn't work. So I've got me bits and pieces. For the sake of the video, be using the mic, because that way I can wander around and you can still hear me. Let's just, got a tripod thing going on here. And we give this a little swing down and I'll show you the kit. Right, so for today, we have roller. You see that? There you go. Roller, big stick with a bit at the end where the roller goes on, which I probably won't need because it's not that high. Paint, we bought 1 litre from some firm, can't remember the name of it. I haven't opened it yet, in true style. We're going to do the unboxing now. Let's go, this is the knife on my keyring. So we'll just pull this one out here, get the plastic off. I thought I'd save the joy to share with you. You know, it comes from a firm called Jowl, J-A-W-E-L, and they do curtain paint apparently. I don't even know if it's blue. I'm going to find out in a minute. So if it's not, I'm going to end up with a different colour curtain. So we'll have a look at this guy here. What I've decided to do, I've got masking tape, I've got black tape, but the thing is, because when you go to the other side, you'll see, because you'll see if I do it, a lot of the curtain is taken up by Palletways. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do the whole lot. Now, this might not be the most professional job in the world. I've had the lorry washed. What I should then do is clean it with white spirit, but can't be bothered. And I have a philosophy in life which drives my father-in-law mad, and it is, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing. You see, the thing is, everyone says if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. So in order to paint that, first of all, what I've got to do is I've got to clean it, hoover it, sugar soap it, sand it, get it back to basics, and then do the undercoat, and then do the top coat, and then do a second coat, and I just haven't got time to do all that, so I don't do the job at all. Whereas I can know, give it a quick once over with a cloth, paint it. Whole thing take you a morning. It will look 10 times better than it did before. It won't look 15 times better or 20 times better than it should, but it will look better and it will be done. As opposed to a year later where you keep going, yeah, I still haven't done that job. I just haven't had the time. So give me a second, I'm just going to open this up. Right, done a bit of a different angle there. We've got the sticky bits off, here we go. Pinky, pinky, pinky. Ah. Well, it's blue. Kind of that colour blue. Kind of looks a bit Matt Smith TARDIS blue, whereas mine kind of looks a bit David Tennant TARDIS blue. But it's blue. It's a start, isn't it? Also, for the sake of this, we will be employing the use of head cam, so you can see me when I'm actually painting it. And while I was doing all this morning, when I was sitting all this up on the grass, I found £1. In here somewhere. So, days off to a winner. I'm going to get the truck moved, we'll get started. Right, you can shush. Now I'm going to get driving without card here, because you do, but then we are allowed to shuffle stuff around the yard as long as it's just a small amount of time, and Daniel says that's okay. I'm not going to stick my card in just to move the lorry from here to opposite. So we just get past youth driver training now. I'll probably stick it down here somewhere. Right, giving the paint a bit of a stir. Very thin. So I don't quite know, I'm hoping this is going to cover this. But it's a litre, it was 25 quid for a litre with all of that and all. Cover the bottom of that tray there, do that. With the next one up was double the money for like 2.5 litres. So I kind of figure we'll do this one. I mean, if I run out, I'm going to be kicking myself because I'm going to wish that I'd actually got the big one. But I think a litre, if I'm thinking like a bathroom or something like that, a litre really should be. Yeah, it really should be more than enough to do the job. So here we go. Try not to drip on the farmer's floor, he won't like me there. Okay, we'll start at the end and go from here. Now that is covering. It's very blue. I think what I might start by doing is just paint the Palletways out yourself first. No, let's do the whole lot. Let's just paint the curtain. Let's just stop mucking about. Stop mugging about. And just paint it. Now this is not going to look, I mean I could potentially put a line of tape, oh it's gone running, a line of tape along the bottom there. But it's one of them things, isn't it? It's nothing that a blind man on a galloping horse is going to notice. Ideally, we just want Palletways gone. And that is happening. Of course, the big question will be, not just a matter of, will you paint it? Of course you can paint it. I've got paint in the shed round the back of my house. Paint anything, can't you? The problem will be, when I start opening and shutting the curtain, will it fall off? That's going to be the question. There's only one way to find that one out, and that's to paint it and then drive it around a bit, picking up and delivering stuff, and then opening and shutting the curtain. I've got to say now I'm slightly concerned already about the amount of paint that I've used here. But the thing about that one is, if I know this works, and if I only get one side done, I'll just be straight back onto the phone on them on Monday and go, you know that paint you sold me? Can I have another pot, please? And then just come up and do the other side. Or do a second coat or something like that. But the one thing I will say is that's now gone. Palletways has now gone. Cool. Right, let's get some more paint in here. How much of the tin have we used so far? Christ on a bike. I have used half the tin, and I haven't even covered the bit that says Palletways yet. We're going to have to just go with the Palletways bit. Shocking, absolutely shocking. So that means to paint this curtain is probably going to cost me the best part of a one. Oh, I'm starting to think I might just do Palletways. New plan. Got to take that off now. Can't leave that like that. Right, new plan. Just the bit that says Palletways is coming off. Why didn't I just do that to begin with? You know why I didn't do that to begin with? Because I was convinced that 1 litre will be more than enough paint to take that off. And I was wrong. Very wrong. I'm not good about doing these things, you know. Testing it first. Just try a little bit on the corner. See how it marries up. No, just go for it. Oh no. Messed it up again. Like Dick Emery. Dad, done it wrong again, Dad. What's that blue stuff coming off? That's weird, isn't it? It's got like fairies coming off it, blue fairy dust. See, if the paint colours matched, this wouldn't be such a problem, but they don't match. If I got a different one, I could always get it. Might dry up darker. So what is this stuff? There's this stuff coming off. Don't know what it is. I don't know if it's part of the paint or if it's part of the curtain. Maybe if I'd have cleaned the curtain with the white spirit the way I was supposed to, that might not be happening. I'm starting to feel a little bit better now about the fact that, don't do that, that I'm going to get Palletways off. It seems to me if you go over it when it's drying, this weird flaky stuff comes off, so I think just once and leave. We might have enough to take off Palletways and the bit where it says overnight palletised freight distribution, so you have effectively just got a blue curtain. Admittedly, two different colour blues, but it is still a blue curtain. So if I go over it again, you get that funny flaky stuff. No idea what that is. Don't really care. I'll probably speed this up and put some music on for this bit, in fairness. Should have gone for the 2.5 litres. Definitely should have gone for 2.5 litres. Might have done the whole lot then. There's an expense involved as well though. I mean, when you think about it, it's 45 quid to do this, or £100 probably to get all the paint and do it, or £1,400 to do the curtain and change the curtains completely and change all the straps and the ratchets and all that. And when you bear in mind that the truck only cost me 7k to begin with, you're not going to spend £1,500 changing the curtains. Right, so that's it. Stand back and have a look, shall we? I think we'll lose that cam now. Right. Looks a lot better. I think it looks, I mean, don't get me wrong, everyone's laughing at this point, but no, it would be so much better if I can get all of it done. See what I'm going to do, try and block it out as best I can, even if I could block it out to there, and then I'm probably going to have to buy some more paint. I'm probably going to have to get another litre and come in and just fill in the gaps. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Paint your wagon. Obviously, as I said earlier, this is not a very professional job. You can do it properly. If I bought the right amount of paint, I probably would have spent 60, 70 quid. And that's just human error. I should have done that. You can change the curtains. You can change the curtains. You can pay £800, £1,000, £1,400. They'll change the clips. They'll change the whole things. But I only spent £7 grand on the motor to start with. I'm not about to spend £1,500 on 2 bits of side tarpaulin. So the main thing was to stop putting it to distribution centres and people going, oh, you're Palletways, we'll put Palletways on you. And then waking up in Leeds in the morning to find out that I've got the wrong pallets on board, and that has solved that problem as long as it stays that way. Fingers crossed. I'll let you know how it goes. We'll discuss it in the Sunday Q&A. In the meantime, paint your wagon. You know what to do when you painted your wagon. Get it on the road. Take care, take money.